What if I told you that the way you move through your day, getting up from a chair, walking to the mailbox, or simply holding a steady conversation, could hold the secret to a longer, more vibrant life? Yes, these everyday actions, often overlooked and taken for granted, are actually powerful signs. They quietly speak volumes about your health, your vitality, and your future. You see, reaching the age of 65 or 70 is not the finish line. It can be a whole new beginning, because some people don't just age, they age well. They maintain strength, sharpness, energy, and a spirit that defies the number on their birth certificate. If you're between 65 and 80 and still doing certain things I'm about to show you, then you're not just doing better than most, you're a rare gem, a standout. And science now shows that your odds of living to 100 and living well may be much higher than the world would have you believe. The truth is, longevity isn't just about genetics or good luck. It's about the little things, the habits, the mindset, and the way you care for your body every single day. These small actions stack up to build a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. So in this video, I'm going to take you through 8 key signs that show you are not only surviving these golden years, you're mastering them. You may be aging, but you're doing it with strength, grace, and power. And if you're doing even just a few of these things, you're already setting yourself apart from the crowd. Some of these signs might surprise you, and the last one is something almost nobody talks about, but it could be the most important of all. So lean in, stay with me till the end, and let's uncover the truth about aging well, because if you can still do these things, your story is far from over. In fact, it might just be getting started. Let's start with one of the most powerful indicators of true vitality in your later years. Something so simple, yet incredibly revealing. Your ability to rise from a chair without using your hands. Now, you might not think twice about it when you do it, but this single action says a lot about your physical condition. It's not just about getting up. It's about lower body strength, core stability, balance, and even neuromuscular coordination. When you can stand up without pushing off with your arms, you're showing that your muscles and joints are working together the way they should. And according to multiple studies, including research highlighted by Hone Health, Prevention, and even Fortune magazine, this seemingly small ability is directly linked to greater independence, lower fall risk, and yes, a longer life. You see, as we age, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass. But the rate at which we lose it, that's in our control. Researchers have found that seniors who retain the strength to get up unaided are far more likely to remain active, mobile, and self-reliant well into their 80s and 90s. In fact, one long-term study even showed that those who could perform a sit-to-stand movement with ease were significantly more likely to live past 90 and beyond. So let me ask you, when was the last time you stood up from your chair without leaning forward or pressing off with your hands? If you did it without hesitation, that's a sign your body is strong. If not, don't worry. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness, and most importantly, improvement. To build strength in your legs and core, start with simple exercises like seated squats, leg extensions, wall sits, or even holding onto a chair and practicing sit-to-stand motions slowly and with control. Just a few minutes a day can make a huge difference. Over time, you'll feel stronger, steadier, and more confident in every movement you make. So remember, getting up from a chair isn't just a motion, it's a message. And if you can do it without assistance, your body is telling you something powerful. I'm still strong, I'm still capable, and I'm ready for more. The second powerful sign that you're aging exceptionally well is often right in the palm of your hand, your grip strength. It might seem minor, but this simple measure has been called one of the most reliable predictors of overall health, functionality, and even longevity. Why? Because your grip strength is more than just how firmly you can hold something. It's a reflection of your entire body's muscle health, nervous system function, and resilience. Studies from journals like the BMJ, Hone Health, and research shared by Upworthy have consistently found that stronger grip strength is associated with lower risk of heart disease, reduced likelihood of stroke, and even a decreased risk of early death. In fact, one study published in The Lancet followed over 140,000 people across 17 countries and found that grip strength was a stronger predictor of death than blood pressure. Think about that. Something as simple as your ability to hold and squeeze, often taken for granted, is deeply tied to how long and how well you live. So how do you know where you stand? Try this. Grab a tennis ball or a stress ball and squeeze it as tightly as you can, or use a digital hand dynamometer if you want to get technical. If your grip feels firm, stable, and consistent across both hands, you're in good shape. If it feels weak, shaky, or tiring after just a few seconds, that's a sign your muscles need attention. But the good news, it's absolutely trainable. Start with simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball for a few reps daily. Use grip strengtheners. Do dead hangs from a sturdy bar if you're able, or even try wringing out towels slowly to engage the hand and forearm muscles. Over time, these small actions will rebuild your grip and reinforce your overall health. Remember, a strong grip doesn't just help you hold onto a jar or open a door. It helps you hold onto your independence, your functionality, and your vitality. So don't underestimate your hands. They're telling you just how strong you still are. Now, let's talk about one of the most underrated yet powerful signs of longevity: your ability to stand up from the floor without using your hands. Sounds simple? It's actually a serious test of your body's core strength, balance, flexibility, and overall physical coordination. And it could be telling you more about your future health than you realize. This ability is the focus of something called the sitting rising test, developed by a team of Brazilian researchers and widely covered in publications like The Washington Post and cardinalbay.org. The test is simple. Sit down on the floor, then try to rise back up to a standing position with as little assistance from your hands, knees, or other supports as possible. The more effortless the movement, the higher your score, and research shows the higher your chances of living longer. In one landmark study, adults aged 51 to 80 were scored out of 10 based on how easily they could sit and rise. For every point lost by needing a hand, a knee, or losing balance, their risk of death increased. In fact, people with the lowest scores were found to be 5 to 6 times more likely to die within the next 6 years. Let that sink in. But why is this movement so important? Because it reflects the synergy of multiple systems in your body: your muscles, joints, coordination, and even your heart and lungs. If you can do it smoothly, it means your body is aging with grace and control. If you struggle, it's a red flag that shouldn't be ignored. Try it now. Sit on the floor, legs crossed or however is comfortable, and then rise to your feet without pushing off with your hands or knees. How did it feel? Was it easy, or was it a challenge? If you're not quite there yet, don't worry, there's a path forward. You can improve this ability dramatically with just a little consistent effort. Start by incorporating gentle yoga or daily stretching routines that focus on your hips, hamstrings, and lower back. Try core strengthening moves like planks or simple leg lifts. Even seated twists and forward folds can work wonders for flexibility over time. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. The more control you build in these small movements, the more freedom you'll have in your daily life, and the lower your risk of falls, injuries, or dependence. So, if you can sit on the floor and rise up with grace, you're not just showing physical fitness, you're revealing a vital sign of longevity, one that many overlook. Cherish that ability, and if you've lost it, now's the perfect time to get it back. Coming in at number 4 is something you do every day, but may not realize just how powerful it really is. It's your walking speed. Yes, the pace at which you walk can quietly reveal a lot about your overall health, cognitive function, and even your lifespan. In fact, some experts call it the 6th vital sign. Research from places like the Journal of the American Medical Association and studies featured in Fortune and Hone Health have shown that walking speed is a surprisingly accurate predictor of longevity. One large study of older adults found that those who walked faster, at least 1 meter per second or more, had significantly lower mortality rates than those with slower gaits. Simply put, the faster you walk, the longer you may live. But why is that? Because walking isn't just about your legs, it's a full-body coordination between your muscles, joints, heart, lungs, and brain. A strong, steady walking pace shows that all those systems are working together efficiently. It also reflects your confidence, independence, and mental sharpness. Think about your last walk. Was your stride steady and smooth, or slow and cautious? Could you keep up with someone younger, or did you find yourself falling behind? These subtle signs matter more than you might think. If your walking speed has declined, don't panic. It's absolutely something you can improve. Start with regular brisk walks around your neighborhood or local park. Focus on engaging your arms, lifting your knees, and standing tall. Add in some light resistance training to strengthen your legs and improve endurance. And if balance is an issue, try Tai Chi or balance drills to boost your confidence with each step. Even just 20 to 30 minutes of walking a day can strengthen your heart, improve your brain function, reduce stress, and help you maintain a healthy weight. More importantly, it restores your rhythm and flow, the same rhythm that keeps you young. So remember this, if you're 65, 70, or even 80, and you still walk with power, purpose, and pace, you're not just walking, you're winning. You're aging on your terms. And science says that may just carry you all the way to 100. Next up is one of the most powerful signs of healthy aging, and it doesn't come from your body, but from your mind. Sign number 5 is sharp mental focus and strong memory. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s and can still recall names, solve problems, and follow complex conversations, you are a rare gem. Why is this so important? Because cognitive health is the foundation of independence. Your ability to think clearly, remember details, and make decisions affects every area of your life, from managing medications to handling finances, enjoying relationships, and simply staying safe in daily life. Research from institutions like the Alzheimer's Association and the National Institute on Aging shows that people who maintain strong memory and attention skills later in life tend to have lower risks of cognitive decline, dementia, and depression. In fact, some neuroscientists suggest that keeping your mind active may actually build a cognitive reserve, a kind of mental armor that protects your brain from aging. Think of your brain like a muscle. It stays strong when you challenge it. So if you're reading daily, doing puzzles, learning new things, engaging in conversations, or even picking up a new hobby, you're doing more than just staying busy. You're extending the life of your mind. Let's take a moment. Can you recall what you had for breakfast yesterday? Can you recite your childhood phone number? Can you name the current US president, or solve a simple math problem in your head? If you can, celebrate that. It's not just trivia, it's a sign that your brain is active, alive, and resilient. And if you feel like your memory isn't what it used to be, don't give up. There are ways to improve. Start with daily mental workouts, crossword puzzles, brain games, memory apps, or simply writing in a journal. Read a new book every month. Try learning a new language or instrument. These actions stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, even in later years. Also, don't underestimate the power of social interaction. Talking with others, debating ideas, and staying connected keeps your brain sharp and your spirits high. So if you're still mentally sharp, still thinking clearly, still learning and growing, you're not just aging well, you're defying the odds, and your brain is helping to lead the way to 100 and beyond. Sign number 6 might surprise you, not because it's physical, but because it's deeply emotional and spiritual. It's your ability to maintain strong, meaningful social connections. If you're between 65 and 80 and still surrounded by people who bring you joy, challenge your thinking, and lift your spirit, you're doing something truly rare, and your heart and brain are thanking you for it. Why does this matter so much? Because science has spoken. Loneliness kills. It can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. According to research from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic, older adults who stay socially active have lower risks of dementia, depression, high blood pressure, and even heart disease. And more importantly, they report greater happiness, purpose, and satisfaction with life. Connection is nourishment. When you laugh with a friend, share a meal with family, or even chat with a neighbor during a morning walk, you're not just passing time, you're extending your time on this earth. These moments reduce stress, release healing hormones like oxytocin, and keep your brain engaged and your soul full. Think about it. Do you have someone you can call when you're feeling low? Someone who checks in on you? Someone who listens and really hears you? If you do, cherish them. And if you don't, start building those bridges now. It's never too late. Join a local group, take a class, volunteer at a community center, or simply reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. One warm conversation could be the spark that rekindles connection and brings light into both your lives. And here's a powerful truth. Those who live to 100 almost always have something in common. Not just good genes, but good people. They're part of something bigger than themselves. A network, a tribe, a family. That sense of belonging is a secret weapon for longevity. So if you're still showing up for others, still laughing, hugging, talking, and loving, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. That's not luck, that's wisdom in action. And that wisdom is guiding you toward a life not only long but deeply rich and meaningful. Now let's talk about what you put into your body, because it's a key ingredient to how well you age. Sign number 7 is the ability to maintain a healthy diet and proper nutrition. If you're in the 65-90 age range and still fueling your body with whole foods, nutrient-rich meals, and balanced nutrition, you're setting yourself up for longevity in ways you might not even realize. Why does it matter so much? Because the food you eat is medicine. What you choose to nourish your body with today will affect not just how you look and feel tomorrow, but how well your organs, your bones, your heart, and even your cells function as you age. Chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension can often be prevented or managed through a well-balanced diet. Research from the World Health Organization and studies on centenarians, those who live to 100, show that the diets of the longest living people are often plant-based, rich in vegetables, fruits, nuts, and whole grains. They eat moderately, with a focus on healthy fats, lean proteins, and antioxidants that fight inflammation and free radicals. But healthy eating isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about feeling vibrant, energetic, and alive every day. It's about reducing inflammation, supporting your immune system, and improving mental clarity. All factors that play a role in keeping you sharp and healthy for the long haul. Let's take a quick inventory. Do you still enjoy a rainbow of fruits and vegetables on your plate? Are you making time for quality protein like fish, beans, or lean meats? Do you hydrate throughout the day with plenty of water? If yes, you're doing it right. You're fueling yourself for a long and active life. If not, it's not too late to start. Small changes, like adding a vegetable to every meal or switching to olive oil for cooking, can make a big impact over time. Remember, your body is an incredible machine, and the food you feed it is the fuel that will either empower it or slow it down. The longer you give it what it needs to thrive, the more likely it is you'll be dancing at 100, not just surviving at 80. So if you're eating well and choosing foods that nourish and support your body's needs, you're not just eating, you're investing in your future. And that investment is one of the strongest signs you'll live a long, healthy, and vibrant life. And finally, we arrive at the most important sign of all, the one that ties everything together: regular physical activity. If you're between 65 and 80 and still moving your body, whether it's a daily walk, a swim, or even just stretching each morning, you're proving that age is just a number. In fact, you're building the foundation for living, not just longer but better. The truth is, movement is life. The more you move, the more your body stays strong, flexible, and resilient. It's never too late to get active. Studies show that those who engage in regular physical activity not only live longer but also live better, with fewer chronic diseases, better heart health, improved mental function, and even greater emotional stability. Think about it. Every time you walk up the stairs, dance, stretch, or even lift a light weight, you're strengthening your bones, improving your cardiovascular health, and increasing your muscle mass. Movement boosts circulation, helps maintain flexibility, and is one of the best ways to prevent falls, a serious risk for aging adults. Asterisk research from the Centers for Disease Control shows that adults who engage in moderate physical activity for at least 150 minutes per week have a significantly higher chance of living longer and staying independent. And if you can still get out there and walk, jog, or stretch, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Let's be real, there are days when the body feels tired and the couch seems inviting. But if you've made a habit of staying active, even in small ways, you've already won half the battle. Whether it's a brisk walk around the block, yoga, gardening, or even playing with your grandkids, every bit of movement counts. So if you're still moving, still active, still keeping your body in motion, you're ahead of the game. And every step you take now is bringing you closer to a longer, healthier, and happier life. And the best part, You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. It's the consistency that counts, the small daily efforts that add up over time. So keep moving, keep stretching, keep dancing, and keep living your best life, because each step you take is a step toward longevity. As we wrap up, let's quickly recap the 8 powerful signs that show you're aging exceptionally well and on track for a long, vibrant life. The ability to rise from a chair without using your hands, showing strong lower body strength and balance. Grip strength, a simple indicator of overall muscle health and longevity. The ability to stand from a seated position on the floor, reflecting flexibility and core strength. Balance, key to maintaining independence and preventing falls. Mental sharpness, the ability to stay engaged and focused as you age. Healthy social connections, surrounding yourself with people who keep you active and inspired. Healthy diet and proper nutrition, nourishing your body for longevity and vitality. Regular physical activity, movement is essential for maintaining strength, flexibility, and heart health. Now, I want to encourage you to take a moment and reflect on your own life. Do you recognize these signs in yourself? Are there areas where you can make small changes to improve your health and well-being? It's never too late to take action. Whether it's improving your diet, moving a little more, or strengthening your social connections, every small step you take today is a giant leap toward a longer, healthier future. If you've noticed any of these signs in your own life, or if you're on the journey to improving them, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences and progress in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to live our best lives, no matter our age. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and remember, you're not just getting older, you're getting better.